Stream should be live now. We have me, August, EU2. I'm not late this week.
Hello.
I'm on time. And we're here at the Emilia Romagna Enzo Dino Ferrari, something like that, circuit.
Good to me.
It's classed as the San Marino slash Italy, Imola, whatever you want to say, Grand Prix. We're starting qualifying with 15 drivers. There's one that's left. Nice. Always a nice start.
Try and get back in.
But I will send him another invite. Right, so we should all be good now. So we'll start here at Imola. We have, although looks nobody out on the track, we have Camping Ducks, first man on track for this qualifying session. So here at Imola, there. Give me a second, we'll turn that on. Yeah, so Camping Ducks, first man out, and will be first to set a lap. Does he not invalidate? There are 17 corners on here, a lot of famous corners, i.e. the Acqua Minerale. We've got the Villeneuve chicane, and plenty of others. I know a fun fact here, the circuit was a tribute to Enzo Ferrari, in the name, Enzo Dino Ferrari. It's in the name, so we'll run you through a hot lap with Camping Ducks now. We'll remove all of, we'll keep the timing up there. Slams on the brakes into turn 1 and 2. Careful not to spin the car out there, you got to be quite careful. Gets back on the power now as we head down towards turn 4 and into the Villeneuve chicane. I'm back. Sorry about that. Jamie James is on a lap now. We're all still here?
Yeah.
Well,
that is a sight I am not surprised by.
Cornish Cup goes fastest so far, but Jamie James is on a lap. It's not a purple sector 1, I don't think. Oh, a little bit squirrely out of Acqua Minerale, I don't
think. It is a purple sector 1.
Purple sector 2 as well. Oh. It's a bit squirrely on exit there. and Spud has retired from the session. Oh, and he gets really out again out of the final corner. The second Ravazza.
But still, goes fastest.
That was a poor lap from him due to them two mistakes. He will be going so much faster than that. Para has joined the session. Let's go to Jay Prentice, who's on a lap now.
Hello, James.
James?
Yeah, J-Ro.
Oh.
Let's hope we don't have anything like EU4.
Keltis has been disqualified from the session for driving the wrong way. And Jay Prentice goes P7.
So, that's a bit
Definitely a banker lap there from the Prentice. He normally does banker lap. So who's out at the minute? Profodes. He's not on a lap.
Para had just finished the league race, so he's jumping straight into another one.
That's commitment right there. Absolute racer. I think Profodes is going to send it onto a lap now. He is. So Profodes now gonna get a wide entrance into what is the kink of turn 1. I think this is turn 1 now. So, or the one back there. So when we head down to turn 2, I should say, we class it as turn 1. Head down now towards the fast flowing corners. Careful not to mess up in any way. He doesn't go purple. He is only a 10th down though, so at the minute he's around about P3. P3. He'll sit just behind Cornish Cup, but there's still 2 more sectors to commence. Very nice there. Let's go on board with the man in the Red Bull. Rides the curve a tad. There's a purple middle sector for Profodes. A classy middle sector from the Red Bull, and we should see a respectable lap time about to come our way. Jamie James can improve, but here comes Profodes now around the second Ravazza, and powers to the line. It's going in the pits. That's strange. He was on a good lap.
Must have not been up on his time, or not worth it maybe.
Rack is on a lap, but it's slow, and he's going to go now onto his lap.
For me, he's currently on lap as well, looking quite fast.
Watch along with the Mercedes of Rack Van Zayten. We head down now towards, I think this is the Villeneuve chicane just here. It might be. Round up towards Peratella, so he swings the car into the left, gear change down 1 or 2. We head down now towards Aqua Minerale. You've got to keep it slow and keep it in the track, and that's really nicely done by Rek Van Zayten there. Powers through. Should be a good middle sector. He is about 14 thousandths down now. He's just gone over the Variante Alta, down now towards the Ravazzas of 17 and 18. Nicely done by Rack. This is going to be a good lap. Where is it going to put him? I think it's going to put him around about P3, P4, some P5. Just sat behind the Ferrari. It's a good lap. Pera is out now, but he is off the track. I don't think he'll continue with that. Towards Piratella now. I don't think this is going to be. Remoscaper goes fastest of everyone with a 1:16.1. Wakanda Forever put in a very, very respectable lap time in EU4. It's purple middle for just, well, S10 R6 now. So fastest of everyone through the middle sector is the guy in the Alpha Tauri, which just heads over the Variante Alta down towards both Ravazzas.
Rosa coming across the line now.
Not an improvement. As
Improve,
Pero
improves,
powers down
but
to the
not much.
line, and Pero will go P3.
Ooh.
Very good lap there, although he did touch the gravel quite a bit on.
Cornish Cuck currently 2/10 off my time.
Let's go and watch along down accurate towards Aqua Minerale. Gets the car nice and slowed down for the exit, and up towards the tight chicane of the Variante Alta, and Jamie James goes a whole 6/10 faster. That is a lap. And that is beating Wakanda Forever's time from EU4, thankfully. And now we see Cornish Cook round the final corner. What will this lap do for him? It's a 1 minute 15.8. He goes P2, but he's still fourth, 3.5 tenths off Jamie James. Let's go on board with Rosa, who is on a lap 2, I think. He is. No. He's going to go into the pits, I would imagine. Yeah. The Foes is invalidated. Surprisingly, he's only at turn 3. So, 4 or 5, I don't know. But yeah. Vamu is starting his lap now. So, the current driver in, I think he's in EU3, is he not?
The me?
Yeah.
No. I've got feelings EU. Is EU1?
I don't think so, because you can't drop down, unless he's AM2.
It could be AM2 then.
Maybe. Across the Piratella goes Vamu. Nicely done
He's
into
AM1.
Aqua Minerale. He's AM1.
Yeah.
And Vamu, very nicely done through Aqua Minerale now, and that's going to be a good middle sector. He's not far down. Oh, and that, it looked really rough. But he's managed to keep it on circuit. Heads down now towards both Ravazzas. What can the Red Bull driver pull out of the bag? Oh, it's a bit squirrely on exit there. Pushing a bit too hard. But he still goes P2 with a 1:15.7.
Wow.
He could have definitely beat Jamie James's time had that not happened at the final corner.
We're going to have another Jamie James Babu battle.
Is it going to happen? Jamie James was not here last week. And we did see an unfortunate event for Rosa, didn't we?
Yes.
He got wing damage. And Jack King won the race, which is...
Sadly, he's not here tonight.
He's not here tonight, sadly. Rackman is on a lap. I hate going on board because it glitches with the gear changes. It's like they're holding their gears for so long.
That's what I'm saying. Is this how they do it?
Yeah, I used to think, I was like, is that what they do? Should I start doing that? But then,
Yeah.
definitely not. And there's a yellow flag just after the Variante Alta, and it's just Vamu going slowly.
That was a nice rank.
Very nice from Rack Van Zieten now, and he heads down towards the final 2 corners. Ravazza. He pulls it around the final corner now. Can Rack improve on his 1:16.8? Rackman comes across the line, it's a 1:16.5. It's an improvement, but maybe not as much as he'd have wanted. We've got nobody out on track now, bar Rack. We've got Electric Blade and Rosa on outlaps, but not on laps. Electric Blade He is on a lap, it was just a glitch. No, he's not. He is not. He isn't definitely going on one now. And the Haas is powering down now out of turn 1 and into turn 2, as weirdly as it is. The Haas driver looks very much like Mick Schumacher, but he's backed off. He's backed off Electric Blade. Let's go to Rosa, who's just started his lap. Pera has just said he'll get pole. I want to see that, mate. I want to see that.
That's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement. Hilly is in Greece. I come back from there not long ago. And Rosa now is a 1:24.5 for the first sector. So we have Parrot in the pits. He needs to get out soon if he wants to.
He's coming out now.
He is. He's coming out right now. So we have Jamie James, Vermouth, and Cornish Cook as our front three, and Rosa. Oh, he loses the rear there, and that would have definitely cost him. He's going slowly just to allow Remonscaper by. He's invalidated. He's on a 4:50 lap. He has been on that lap for quite a while. Rack has retired in the pit lane, I think. It is.
The Camping Ducks.
Luke Prentice and Spud also out. So is Austin. He has also retired in the pit lane. We'll watch along with Remonscaper for the duration of his lap now. Oh, they all like going onto the gravel a little bit. That's 24.5. He's down on his time by 2.5 hundredths. So as we head up to Piratella now, it's a nice Ferrari, isn't it? The yellow.
It is.
It's very, very
Ooh,
clean. And there's a yellow, and it
Jamie
is
James.
Jamie James in the Haas. So that's his lap ruined. So he's got to hope now that nobody can snatch a 3.5 tenth up on Vermouth's time and his time. I hope nobody else can top the Haas. So as we get Remonscaper now powering down to both Ravazzas, gets it slowed down in time, keeps it on circuit. He runs the final corner. It's a 1:16.1. He goes P4. It's not enough for pole. Let's watch along with Vermouth now. He is the next one to come round the final corner. Pipe Tech has retired. Vermouth is putting everything into this lap. This is going to be a pole lap from Vermouth.
Oh!
And it is not by 2 and a bit tenths. Vermouth loses out. Pera now is invalidated.
5 tenths up going into the chicane.
He was 5 tenths up. It would have been...
Oh, Cornish Cup. Oh.
Matty Robbo is
least.
also invalidated, so that is it. Jamie James is on pole for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And heartbreak for Pera. He was 5 tenths up, would have put him around about P4-ish. If he'd have improved a bit more, he may have gone. Oh, Cornish Cup went P2. What a lap from the McLaren.
Wow, what a nice spread out.
Jamie James on pole again on his return.
Top 5 all different cars.
Yeah, Pera, you were on a good lap. You were on a good lap. But unfortunately, it's just the Variante Alta that does it. Happens to the best of us. So that's it. We have Jamie James on pole. Cornish Cook alongside him on the front row. Vamu and Jay Prentice. Ooh, very good lap from the Alfa Romeo on the second row. Third row, we have Remon Scaper in the Ferrari and Electric Blade in the Haas. We have Pera and Camping Ducks on the fourth row. In the fifth row, we have Profodes and Rosa. We head down now out of the top 10. We have Rack and Matty Robbo on the sixth row. Pipetech and Austin on the seventh. Luke Prentice and Spud on the 8th, and Kelster Swag all on his own on the 9th row. But everything is to play for. Jamie James 1.4 tenths up on P2. So solid lap from the man in the Haas. Probably was on to beat it. Pero was also on a good lap, but some things just aren't meant to be. We'll get your predictions in the chat for whoever's in here. What are we thinking then? What are you thinking?
I'm going to say Vamu's going to take the win.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
And I think Pera's going to get second.
I think Vamu's going to take the win. Cornish is going to come second, and we're going to have one of the Prentice brothers. Don't know which one in P3.
See, I was going to go Pera, then Cornish. But safety cars, again, are lethal on this track.
Indeed they
I
are.
think we'll need at least 4
Let's hope
safety
nobody
cars.
crashes themselves out tonight.
No.
That would be greatly appreciated for all the stewards.
We leave that for EU4.
Don't even start me off.
Hilly says
Cornish, Vamu and Remon.
Oh, yeah.
Remon's up there. Remon is up there.
What's the thing? I know some drivers were running race setups in quali because they want that stability in quali or in the race. So I know there's going to be some people that have a bit of extra pace here in the race. Cornish, Rosa, Jamie James, and J Ray. But McLaren won too. The only reason I don't think Jamie will win is because I think he'll rack up penalties.
He will. We do have a formation lap, so nothing to scream about just yet. There was a formation lap on last week, wasn't there?
Yes.
This is my first formation lap commentated on.
What tyres are people running?
So we have...
Ooh.
I'll let you say it, because I normally talk.
So, top 4 on mediums. Raymond starts on hards. Electric Blade on the mediums, then Pera and Camping Ducks on hards. Profodes on mediums with Rosa on the hards. And then Rack and Pipe Tech mediums, Matty Robbo and Austin hards. Prentice and Prentice and Kelsey Swig on mediums, and then Spud on softs.
Spud's looking to make up
spice it
places
up a little
early.
bit.
He's looking to make up some places early, and then banking on a safety car where he can chuck on those hards and hopefully go to the end.
Those hards are lovely.
They work like a treat for me.
They beautiful.
They were very, very nice to me. A lot of tyre warming going up down the grid. Predicted pit stop strategy, medium hard or soft medium hard. That's powered by AWS. Talk like Crofty.
Sponsored.
We will plug one of our biggest sponsors now, Fanatec. So we are partnered with Fanatec, which is insane really, since they are also a partner of Formula 1. Our partner of us. A little contest of speed.
Right, who's going to get disqualified? Who can't make it into their box?
So let's watch Jamie James. Is he going to plop it in that box?
He looks like he's angling it a little bit.
He is. He's going to angle this.
Oh, look at that.
He has angled that
Oh,
nicely.
that looks perfect. Oh, and Pera's just spam.
Matty Robbo has disqualified. Austin
and
has, and Kelster Swag. And Pera has done it nicely. Let's go. to the front of the grid where there are 5 lights on here at Emilia Romagna. It's Italy. It's lights out. We got the glitch, we do, and it's away we go.
Oh!
Drive-through penalty for Jamie James. It's a jump start.
Oh my God.
It's a nightmare start for the Haas. It's a nightmare start. Cornish Cook now retaining that P2. Vermeulen close behind. Is there going to be any stuff going on in the chicane? It's really tight, and Pera's gone down. Ros's gone down. Matty Robbo's dropped, and Pera has absolutely been obliterated. And his dream of a podium in this race has crumbled. Unfortunately, Jamie James still leads the way. But with that drive-through, that's a game changer. That is a game changer.
That is, especially in a pit like this as well, that is a killer.
That is a killer, and Pera is obviously not going to be happy with that one. Cornish Cook
I was about
now
to say,
1.7 seconds down, obviously with the penalties for the man in the Haas, the drive-through, the dreaded drive-through. What he could hope for now is we'll go on board with Jay Prentice. He seems to be around about with everyone. He's just behind Vermeulen and just in front of Remon Scaper. Do we have any damage? We do not.
Oh, we can't see damage. I think TAS has been messing up for some reason. So you can't see tyre wear or damage.
We have a warning already for Jamie James. We have a warning for Jay Prentice. And that's it for now. So Jamie James is, again, one of the first people on the warnings. And that's one of the things with Jamie James, that it just isn't helping him. And there's going to be another one there. That's definitely number 2. It is number 2.
Yep.
And there's going to be number 3, and it's a 3-second time penalty. In 2 corners, Jamie James picks up a 3-second time penalty. And like we said at the beginning, it's not helping him and with the penalties at all. It's really knocking him. He's not being able to keep the car on the circuit. There's a yellow at sector 3, and it's Rosa. Austin has also dropped quite far back.
Doesn't look like any wing damage for Rosa, but
Jamie James sets fastest lap, but he's had a nightmare start. Let's put it that way. We have a warning for Spud as well.
And Spud has lost it. Okay. Ravazza.
He's lost it at Ravazza.
Oh, that's Jamie James.
Jamie James is off. And it just goes from bad to worse. We just said at the same time, it goes from bad to worse to the Haas. Drive through, 3-second time penalty, and now he is down in P12. He is one of the fastest drivers over 1 lap. But I'm not saying his racecraft is bad. I'm trying to get the point across that he needs to just... He treats every lap as a quali lap.
Seconds lead.
He treats every lap as a quali lap, and that's what's not helping him.
No. Oh, it's another yellow flag, and that is Spud again.
Spud has again just...
Apparently a Haas.
And
now Jamie has got to serve that this lap, I think.
He does, and if he doesn't, he is DQ'd. This is lap 3 now. Heading on to lap 4, we have the McLaren of Cornish Cook leading the way. Vermeulen very, very close behind. Let's go on board with Vermeulen. Now he's got DRS down the main straight. Maybe burning is Cornish Cook, but Vermeulen's gaining and gaining and gaining. He's going to pull to the inside, but he's not going to make the move there. He thinks better of it. Well played from Vermeulen there, not to stick a stupid move up the inside. Around the Tamburello chicane. Here we are now. Ooh, that's a bit squirrely through the Villeneuve. Let's go on board with Profodes. Let's see what he's doing. He has got Camping Ducks within 5/10, and he's lost out 1.1 seconds to Remon Scaper ahead. So, start this race. Profodes has gone purple, personal best sector 1. There's yellow, and it's Austin again. So, to take on this, Jamie James gets an awful start, jump starts, drive through. He then picks up three warnings, and there's a Ferrari that's camping ducks. He's gone round, so that's freed now. Profodes. No, that's not Profode. That freed Profodes. He's got the McLaren for company. Rosa.
Oh.
They're both together at the Variante Alta. McLaren prevails. Cornish Cook sets fastest lap of this race. 9 tenths behind is Vamu. So he's got a relatively good lead now with just 0.9. There we go, over the second mark now as we head into turn 2 and turn 3. Tamburello chicane it is. Cornish Cook.
Wow,
Comfortable.
Used all of his DRS.
He has. And there's a yellow, and it is Spud again. I cannot see him wanting to continue. Yeah,
he must have rear wing damage or something then.
He must. I wish we could see. Cornish Cook now, around we go, up towards Piratella. He's very good racecraft. He's got very good racecraft here. We have one warning for El Prentice and one warning for Matty Robbo now. Just been picked up. With a warning for J Prentice too. It's annoying we can't see the damage, but there we go. Let's go on board with...
Yeah, Spud's got to have rear wing damage.
Yeah. Matty Robbo, he's got Pipe Tech within a second behind him, and he's 2.4 seconds from the Mercedes of Wreck ahead. Spud 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane. He will not care, and there we go.
Profodes past Raymond.
He has. Nicely done from the Red Bull. Now let's watch along with Ramon. Can he stay with the Red Bull? He's on the harder tyres, so it's going to be difficult. But he will be able to last these longer than Profodes will be able to last longer than the medium tyres. Safety cars also play into account.
Vamu and Profodes to just pick up their first packet warning.
They have. Vamu, J Prentice is very close, but he's lost a bit out of the Variante Alta there, and it's allowed Vamu to pull away just a slight bit more than he would of if J Prentice had nailed that corner. So the top 3 at the minute is Cook, Vamu, and J Prentice. Did I not say that was my top 3?
That was.
But it wasn't the way it is now. Vamu, I predicted Vamu to win. Cook second, and one of the Prentice brothers third. Luke Prentice, however, he has...
There you go.
Gone up
right now.
He's gone up 8 places. There we go, Vamu, and that is my top 3 that I predicted at the start of this
red flag. Stop the race.
Stop the race right now. So we have one warning for Vamu, one warning for J Prentice, one warning for Profodes, one warning for Matty Robbo, and then 4 warnings for Jamie James, 2 warnings for Austin, and 1 warning for Kelster. Cook now, he's closing in on Vamu. Taking the Variante Alta quite conservative, the way I didn't Monday. Just tried to dive over it like Charles Leclerc. Didn't work. I don't know if you saw my 3-second time penalty. I was like going up the inside towards Variante Alta and had to drive across the grass, mate. I was like lawn mowing.
Oh.
Give me a 3-second penalty for that. Yeah, so the biggest loser, I'm not going to call them a loser, I'll say the person with the most positions lost is Jamie James. He's gone down 13 positions. Spud also sticking where he is, but he is out as well as Pera. So both AlphaTauris are DNF'd. out of this race. Pera on lap 1, Spud on lap 6. So, Jay Prentice the big winner, along with Kelster Swag, who has gone up from last to 11th. And Cook's staying behind Vamu quite nicely. He is getting dragged along by the DRS down the main straight. No other DRS activation on this circuit, which is interesting. I think there's a long enough straight. If they got rid of the Variante Alta, maybe there would be down to from Acqua Minerale down towards both Ravazzas, but Variante Alta is always an interesting chicane to do. So Vamu's pulled out a bit more. Head down now towards lap 9.
Should get DRS back though.
He will. Let's look. The rear wing's wide open. He's gaining, but he's not going to gain enough to be able to dive up the inside of that Red Bull and take that first place back. Remon is close, and closer, and closer, and closer, and he's lost out to Luke Prentice. What a move from the Alfa Romeo. Remon's going to fight that back. Vamu extending his lead. Jamie James sets fastest lap of the race. Let's have a look at penalties. 3 seconds for Jamie James. It's the only penalty on the board at the moment. And Rack is close to the Ferrari behind. Remon Scaper is under pressure from Rack, and he's just lost out to Luke Prentice, which I thought he was attacking Profodes, but little did I know.
I think he was.
And
Rack
Rack
was linking.
is sticking. He was gaining, but I didn't realise Luke Prentice was that close. But there we go. You learn. Rack will have DRS down the main straight, so will Raymond, and don't know if Luke does. He does not. The rear wing is shut for Luke.
Kelster Swag does.
Jamie James has got another 3-second time penalty.
Ravazza.
It is at Ravazza. He's obviously cut the chicane or gone wide out of the last one, but
yeah, he only had
not cut the chicane, cut the first Ravazza, or just ran wide. But it's ridiculous, isn't it? Nobody else even within a shot of a penalty. I mean, Austin's got 2 warnings, but that's the most anyone's got, and he's got 6 now. I mean, I had 8 warnings. That's just because I lost my head on the last lap. I was just cutting everything, but trying to stay ahead.
All right. Jay Prentice is proper losing time from the boys in front.
He is. They are pulling away, but they are being. Cook is being pulled. Sorry, by Vamu. So.
Whoa, Vamu.
He's very close to the wall. The yellow flag, and it is Austin. He is off at Acqua Minerale, and I know exactly what he's done there. He's caught the curb and just slid across the canvas. Piratella now with Vamu, who is sort of extending his advantage on Cook now. It's going to go just over a second in a second. It is not. He's going to close it down a little bit. It seems like Cook gaining on the straights. Vamu's quite good in the corners, but Austin has retired. But where? Oh, in the pits. Okay.
It seems Vamu always seems to get a very good exit out of the final chicane, which gives him that couple attempts just to get away from him.
He does, but he is helping Cook quite a lot. Cornish Cook will be quite pleased with his situation right now.
he will see the blinking light in front of him.
He will see the blinking light in front of him, and he will be ready to pounce on that.
Speaking of, here comes Profodes.
Profodes on Electric Blade. It's made the move done into the Tamburello chicane. That's very nicely done. And the Red Bull's up to 4th. Red Bull 1 and 4 now. The closest constructor together.
Oh!
And
Vermouth had a moment.
Vermouth did have a moment, and Cornish Cook's retaken the lead. I wish we could see what just happened there.
Vermouth does not want to slip out of this 1 second.
It's annoying because we can't even see
No flashback.
the ERS usage, can we?
This is not Ecos. Placid. Ben. We've got some Ecos drivers in here, but not Ecos. Oh, and now Vermouth with outside
Vermouth's
DRS.
dropped, and that's not going to help. He's dived
They
into the pit
straighten a
lane.
bit. Smart.
So now, with this pit stop, it will probably drop him to about P12, I'd say. Maybe, no, probably lower than that. He'll probably drop to the back of the grid.
It's a long old pit here.
It is a long old pit lane. He might jump out.
James is one warning away from a penalty. Another penalty.
I don't know what quite goes on. He will drop to the back of the grid for move, but he is now a pit stop up on everyone else. So the disastrous scene for him now would be a safety car on this lap. Let's go back up to Cornish Cook, who's got a 2.7 second advantage at the top of this timing sheet.
Now Cornish will be praying for any type of safety car at this point.
That would benefit him massively. Profodes, Jamie James has got a 9-second time penalty.
We know he's quick, but I don't think he's quick enough to gain 9 seconds.
I don't think he's quick enough to gain, and
Ooh.
Cook's dived in. He's
going for the overcut.
So he's going for the overcut, yeah. So Vermouth's dived in, and
now
will he get out ahead?
it's an
Let's
interesting
watch
choice.
on
He
board
doesn't-
with the Red Bull. I mean, he did have a 2-second deficit behind Cook, and Cornish Cook's right at the end of that pit lane now, so I can't see him. If he gets up to speed, he will, and he'll stay out ahead. He'll stay out ahead of Vermouth.
Vermouth's got those tyres nice and warm.
He has, so Vermouth's now pushing Cornish Cook through. And Vermouth's going to make the move to the inside. Let's watch along with how this goes. This might end badly. Very nicely done by Vermouth. Cornish Cook knew that there's no point. He's just come out on new tyres, and Vermouth had nice warm tyres. So Vermouth with 6%, 5% ERS. Cornish Cook with 52%. Jay Prentice now in the lead of this race. Obviously still got a pit stop. Will he dive in now? Yes, he will.
Vermouth is pushing them. He wants to get a DRS as quickly as possible. Now, will Rosa play a team game here and try and possibly back Vermouth into Cornish?
We will see. But obviously now Jack Prentice is going to fall behind the McLaren and the Red Bull and the other McLaren. So Jack Prentice down to P10. Let's watch on board with Rosa. So he is on hards now, his old hards. I don't know if you can see on the broadcast when you watch them exit the Tamburello. There's a barrier that glitches out from, must have been where Pera crashed at the start of the race. Just keeps glitching.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Oh, and Rosa's let them both by.
That's interesting, that is. He doesn't want to hold up his teammate, but...
To be fair, if he pushes the move back into Cook and Cook can't overtake him, that's going to lose time for both of them. So they're both going to be at a disadvantage. Not like he's bothered about what Vermoo does, but he's going to be bothered about what Cornish Cook's doing.
But Cornish Cook has caught him by about 6 attempts, so whatever Rosa has done has helped his teammate.
And Matty Robbo's overtaken Profodes. Profodes is in the pit lane, that's why. Ramonscapen now the leader of this Grand Prix. Autodromo Enzo Idino Ferrari. Rosa losing grip. Ah. Okay, that's what. There's that barrier again.
Looks fine to me. Weird.
You can go on the stream and have a look at. Watch it glitch out in the background. So, Camping Ducks now, a ride on the back of Jamie James Zoo, again, has a 9-second time penalty. So, nobody else on the grid with a sort of penalty to their name.
Now, any of the top 4, even Rosa, again, hoping for some sort of safety car.
It would help.
That could really spice things up now.
It would, and I can't. These boys are good drivers, so I can't see any sort of safety car. So, and Jamie James has dived into the pit lane, and he's got a 5-second penalty in the pit lane, and it just gets worse, doesn't it?
It does.
14 seconds of penalties now, and how many warnings does the man have?
Just the 9.
Just the 9. So 2 warnings for Remonscaper, 1 warning for Matty Robbo, 1 warning for Camping Ducks, 2 warnings for Vermoo, he's close to a penalty, no warnings for either of the McLarens, 2 warnings for Jay Prentice, a warning for both Electric Blade and Profodes, 2 warnings for the other Prentice brother. Oh, that's not even read out. Yeah, I have Jay Prentice is on. 2 warnings as well. No warnings for Rack, 2 warnings for Kelsterswag, 9 warnings for Jamie James, and 2 warnings for Pipe Tech. So, both the McLarens are in a very good position. Vermoo's very close to a penalty.
They are.
As
I
are
know
both
Cornish
the...
Cook loves to keep it clean.
He does. As are both of the Prentice brothers. They both have two warnings. Would you rather, in Formula 1, every time you extend infringements, so you get how we get warnings, would you rather it be a 1-second penalty, 2-second penalty, then 3, or would you rather it stay like it is?
I don't mind how it is at the moment because it is very much like it is very much a warning. So like, do it again and you'll get penalised. Where
you could do it,
won't give much
do it
room
once
for
more and then
leniency.
you're on your last legs, and then do it once more and you're penalising you. So
yeah, I think if you do
I
it like
prefer
once
it that
and then
way.
you get
It's just
penalised.
interesting to think.
Oh yeah.
Let's go on board. Let's go on board with Matty Robbo. We haven't really given much coverage this race. He's having quite a lonely race at the minute. 5 seconds in front, 5 seconds behind. Both the Ferraris. Is in quite a big Ferrari sandwich.
Nice little 5-second gap either way.
And the gap was literally the exact same for a split second then.
Here we go. So
and he is in the lead of the race. Matty Robbo leads the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Let's spam the screenshot. So now we look to the real fight. Cook and Vermoo. Cornish Cook is close. He's ran a bit deep into turn 2 and he's just lost himself near enough a half a second there. He was about 3/10, now he's 8/10. So Jamie James fastest lap with 14 seconds worth of penalties. He just needs 3 people to retire, then he'll get points. So
yeah, well,
no, 4 people. Sorry.
no, easy for you. Hopefully, one of them not being him.
Yeah. Although it's likely.
Oh, that's Jamie James.
That is Jamie James, and is he out of the race? No, he's just on the gravel out of the Villeneuve chicane. It gets worse for the man in the Haas, doesn't it?
Not his day today. Looks good, but then it just collapsed in front of him.
Very, very fast in qualifying, but picks up 14
It's all
seconds.
about qualifying, and that's the sad part of it.
Qualifying's only 30% of what you got to do. Or probably even less than that. I'm amazed at how he's able to pick up 14 seconds worth of penalties. Like, that's something.
That 5-second stop and go is very silly.
Yeah, 5-second stop go penalty is one of those you want to avoid. I mean, I'm guilty of it.
It happens, but
I'm guilty of it, but I'm guilty of it at circuits like Monza, when it is literally ridiculously hard to stop, and Zandvoort as well, you have to swing the car in and slam the brakes on.
yeah.
Places like that.
Baku.
is another one,
Yeah.
but you can normally slow yourself down for that one. So Jay Prentice, he's got about a 2-second gap
Ooh.
in front of him, and a 3-second behind. Cornish now. Let's go on board with Cornish because he's much faster on the straights.
Oh, there's his first penalty, apart from Jamie James.
Kelsey-Swag, 3-second time penalty. Camping Duck's looking comfy, but he again needs to pit.
Just noticed Rosa is really extending this hard stint.
He is, so is Camping Ducks. But what I'm thinking these two are going to do, they're going to push it and then put the softs on.
They are hoping that at some point a safety car will appear, or virtual. They can whack on those softs.
How heartbreaking would it be if you passed the pit entry?
Oh yeah,
Boom,
I'd still go
safety
in.
car.
It won't matter.
I would still go in, but it'd be demoralising. So he's still getting pulled along by Vermoo and Cornish Cup. Again, Rosa and Camping Duck need to pit. Camping Duck, 3-second penalty.
Buzzed me.
And it's Jamie James off. Again, I'm not even bothered to
Okay.
pan to him. He's gone off at this exact same place, Villeneuve chicane. And he span it again, cold tyres.
Oh, now Vermoo's gonna have DRS.
Vermoo is going to have DRS on the Ferrari, so that Ferrari's going to get
doesn't.
pounced on. Oh, he does.
Does oh
He
yes,
has
it's
no ERS. He is blinking. He is blinking, and the Ferrari ahead has barely any to deal with as well. Cornish Cook's also got 5%. So, oh no, he's got 32%, my fault. Glitch in the system.
Now,
14,
this
16.
could hurt Vermoo.
It could,
He
because
doesn't
this
get
now
past
could...
Camper Ducks.
This is going to hold him up and push him backwards into Cornish Cook.
Will Camper Ducks put up a fight?
Watch on board with Camping Ducks now. He can't fight it, but will he? When there's 19
Okay,
seconds
he's
of penalties.
got it to retire, I imagine. Surely.
Surely.
There's no way he's... Well, he's got to serve his other one. Arsene McLaren.
Oh, and it's Cornish.
Cuck. Oh no.
Disaster.
Wow.
Cornish Cook, and he's going to get jumped on by Jay Prentice here. Is he going to make the move down? No, he's not. Nice thinking from Jack Prentice there not to make the move. And that has now dropped Cornish Cook even further back, and Vermouth pounced on a Ferrari, the Camping Ducks, and made his move into P1.
Oh, Jay Prentice is going to go for it.
Jay Prentice is going to go for it, and he's got the move done into the Tamburello, and Cornish Cook got very close there into the Tamburello chicane. Just have to back off slightly. Cornish Cook's now I think he's still net P2 if he can get ahead of Jay Prentice.
I don't know. I think Jay Prentice is at the moment.
Jay Prentice can keep Cornish Cook behind, although Cornish Cook has been very, very quick around this circuit. Vermouth's got a 3-second time penalty. That's going to stir things up. That's going to stir things up now.
Wow.
When Camping Duck and Rosa finally pit, they can make use of dragging each other on, and Jamie James is now. Oh, mate, I feel for you, but then again, I don't.
And Camping Duck does pit.
And yeah, Camping Ducks is dived in. Rosa now into P2. Camping Ducks down to probably about P11, P12, I'd say. Yeah, pretty much 4 behind 5 seconds. Cornish Cook's going to go around the outside into the Tamburello chicane. He's got to ride the bumps. Oh, and Rosa's gone. Rosa's gone.
Those are those old hard tyres.
It's those old hards, and that's not worked out in the way he would have wanted it. He's going to unghost right in the wrong time there. And that's allowed now Jay Prentice and Cornish Cook into their net positions. Back again. Ramon Scaper and Luke Prentice up to 5th and 6th. Profo's up to 4th now. He's within a second of Cornish Cook behind. Near enough. Yep. Now, and Vermouth has got a 9.5 second lead. So that 3-second penalty is kind of serving him no harm at the minute. But when we cross the line, we've got 8 laps.
Cornish is being stuck. He's fast through the 2nd and 3rd sector, but he just can't get past.
He's going to have DRS on Jay Prentice now. He needs to get a better exit out of the 2nd Ravazza.
He does.
He does. He gets a better exit.
But Jay Prentice has 40% DRS.
He does.
Not using any of it.
He's not using it. And Cornish is... I think he's too far back. He is going to be too far back to make a move, but he's still going to go for Rosa's picked up a 5-second penalty, and Cornish has lost it.
Oh no, the McLaren's is not a good thing. Oh no.
And that's nightmare. It's a nightmare.
That's loud Profodes.
And Cornish is down to 9th position. And Camping Ducks is going to pounce on him with those soft tyres on now. Electric Blades very close to Rack Van Zieten. I'm going to watch this battle into Piratella. Rack Van Zieten is only 3.5 tenths ahead of the Haas. And it's just gone a bit left, this race. Vermouth now 10 seconds ahead. Jay Prentice in 2nd. Profodes in 3rd. Luke Prentice in 4th. Only 1.3 seconds down. Jamie James sets the fastest lap. And he's fighting.
He's one warning away from another penalty.
He's one warning away from getting a record, I think, in costs. I don't know, maybe not. Probably in EU2. 20 seconds of penalties. There's a 3-second for Rosa, 6 and 8 seconds. He has got a 5-second full speed in the pit lane. Jay Prentice now got Profodes for company. That's nightmare for Cornish. He was having such a good race, and then, you know, goes over the bumps.
That
one bump bounced that rear tyre away from the direction he wanted to go.
I think we're looking at a Red Bull 1-2 here.
We are. Profodes. Oh, and Luke Prentice has got a 3-second penalty, so now at the minute that will drop him down below Rack. through the Variante Alta. Profodes has got a better exit and better drive down towards the Ravazzas. Jamie James another fastest lap. He's just racing because he wants to.
He is.
And why not? He's a good sport. Seven laps to go, including this one. Left of this race, anything can happen. Profodes, Apprentice, just got back ahead of Remonscaper now. Remonscaper has kept himself out of trouble this race. He's kind of just in a bit of a lonely race, but he kept up. Matty Robbo in 8th as well, so he's relatively close to the Haas, and he's got a good advantage on Cornish behind.
Problem being, if Jay Prentice picks up one more, that's Jamie James. If Jay Prentice picks up one more warning, that could allow Raymond into the
podium places.
Podium positions, yeah.
And that's something that needs to be considered. Jay Prentice has got, when we cross the line, 6 laps to go. He's got 6 laps to keep it on the track, and if not, he loses his podium, unfortunately. Ramon now, he's right on the back of Luke Prentice, and he will have DRS, but Luke won't. Or will Luke? I don't think so. No, he does not. Ramon does. But Ramon's got 32%, Luke's got 6% now. DRS didn't prove useful for Ramon now. Didn't quite bring him close enough. Let's go back up to the race leader, Ramu, who's just cruising, to say the least. He can pick up. He can just start driving off the track if he wants to.
Camber Ducks.
Camber Ducks, yep. He has lost it out of the Tamburello.
Most people have managed to keep it out of the wall though, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really one of those tracks where you literally hit the wall with every spin. Kelster Swag, he's also had a lonely race. He's in the points, and he will stay in the points, even with his penalty. And that's the yellow flag, and who's that for?
Jamie James again.
Oh, it is Jamie James again. It was just in the thick of everyone, and I was like, who is that?
Oh, this could be a good run for Profodes.
It's going to be a good run for Profodes on the Alfa Romeo. He's getting closer. He's getting very close. As Profodes now is going to pull to the outside into the Tamburello chicane. He's going to go round the outside. He's going to have to go over the bumps. Who's going to yield? Who's not going to yield? Jay Prentice keeps the lead, and that is fantastic racing from the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull. Both staying on track.
It's not over yet.
It's not. Profode's going to hang this one around the outside, not giving that much space. That happened to me, and Profodes has now lost out to the other Prentice. That happened to me in EU4 and got pushed out to yield. Mr. Axie Boy, if you're watching.
And now he's got Raymond all over the back of him.
He has.
Wow.
So, in half a lap, Profodes is down to 4th under pressure from 5th from being quite comfortable, attacking 2nd. Rack is also in the mix as well. So, at the minute, El Prentice is going to drop down around about P8, days. 20 seconds. You may as well keep going now. You may as well just get more.
Oh, Raymond's looking to line up Profodes.
Ramon he's gone round the outside into the Tamburello chicane. Who's going to brake later will go on board. Oh, and that's nicely done from the Ferrari. Very, very nicely done. He is now net P3. And after thinking that Remonscaper he was just chilling in the race, wasn't he? About P7, he wasn't really in the thick of anything, but now battling for P2 in a way. He's not far behind. He's about half a second behind El Prentice, and just a 3-second penalty again for Mr. Ducks.
Jamie James in the pit.
Yep, he's serving his 5 seconds down. So Jamie James has got 5 sets of 3 seconds, which is.
He's just picked up another warning.
Camber Ducks retired where? Pit lane. Okay.
Pit lane.
Oh, if there was a safety car, I don't think there would be now with only 2 laps to go when Vermoo... 3 laps, sorry, because Vermoo's that far ahead. Oh no, 31. This lap and next. Vermoo could pick up...
Oh yeah.
Vermoo could pick up another bloody 4 sets. You could have 12 seconds of penalties and still win this race. So, he's drove outstandingly today. And
Profode's got... Oh, whoa!
all the more deserve the win, and Profode's is...
Hard defending from Raymond.
Ramon, yeah. And the last 2 laps now is going to be the battle for the podium between Ramon, Profodes and Rack. Matty Robbo is also closing in on the mix, so he's going to go ahead of Luke Prentice when the penalties are devised. Car number 28, Matty Robbo, is now near enough down to under a second. That's a yellow, and that is Rosa Sky. It was a dream start for the McLarens, then a nightmare.
Mercedes, Rax lost it. Cornish got past him.
Yeah. So now Matty Robbo up to 6th, and he will finish 5th. So now Remon is within half a second of that Alfa Romeo ahead, but he also has his Red Bull rival in pursuit, hot pursuit, and he's going to get a better tow. But then Profodes, he's got no ERS, and we head on to the final lap of this Grand Prix. Vermoo now, he is gone.
Yeah,
he is clear in the lead. I don't want to jinx anything, but he has drove like a winner today, and this is normally what happens in real life as well. You just see a Red Bull about 15 seconds ahead of everyone else. Annoyingly to not be a Red Bull fan, but yeah, Max Verstappen is different gravy this year. Oh, the Moose slides out of the Variante Alto. Jamie James is still going, bless him. So now Remon is under pressure from Profodes. Profodes, it's now or never. He's going to have to make the move down in. I'm going to watch on board with this. He's he catches it. I don't think he'll be close enough. I think the podium is going to go Remon's way, unless Profodes decides to dive crazily, and Vermoo crosses the line and wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Jack Prentice drives like a king and comes home in P2. Luke Prentice crosses the line in P3. Remon Scaper finishes in 3rd. Profodes P4, Matty Robbo P5. Luke Prentice will drop down to P6. Electric Blade P7. Cornish Cook unfortunately P8. Jamie James with another 3-second time penalty. Rack comes home in 9th. And Kelster Swag will finish off the top 10 points positions. Pipe Tech, Rosa and Jamie James, the ones not finishing the points. Jamie James is just driving off the track. I want to watch this. This is quite fun. Go on, cut the corner. Boring. So there we go. Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix is wrapped up. I'm going to invite the top 3. Oh, you've done it. What a lad.
Get me there.
We have one. Should we get a ban on Vermoo racing in EU2? We only have P3 in a minute.
Eat it. Let's check. I don't know if Vermoo can do LRLA.
We've still got Vermoo to join, but
Still got the awesome Archie to join.
There he is.
here he is. Right. I normally speak too much in these interviews, so I guess you can kick it off with Bremon.
Raman. Started P5, end up P3. How was that?
It feels amazing. It's yeah, it was a really tough race to be honest, but yeah, it's fly past.
Yes,
But
you looked
it
like
feels
you were
great.
stuck in a bit of a DRS train. You couldn't really get past.
No, this was maybe a mistake. Maybe I had to start on the mediums, but I think in the end it's paid off. So I made a couple of overtakes, and then I think it's because of the medium tires. So
Yeah, it looked like you got past Profodes towards the end, but it just seemed like I think it was El Prentice was just he's struggling to get past him on the straight.
yeah, he was. I think he's holding me a bit behind because he had also a 3-second penalty, and his brother was in front of him, so fair play. But yes, it's not nice to me, but it happens and it's allowed. So
But you're on the podium, so
yeah, of course, and that's. I think for this season I end up 3 P9s and now this, so I'm grateful.
Is this your first podium, Ramon?
No, last season I won one and I
In this
went.
season,
Yeah. This season is my first podium, and yeah, I think this is my 4th race this season and 3 times P9. So
The thing is, though,
this is great.
we said that you were racing in quite. You were just racing on your own for a bit. You had like nobody really close enough in front to battle, nobody behind you to battle. You were just racing on your own. Then obviously Cornish span, and then there was like a train going on ahead, and you pounced on that and you made the most of it. Then you were fine with Profodes. We were gritting our teeth at that because there was a lot of close moments, especially with Jack as well. He got very close around Tamburello.
Yeah, I think one time Prentice tried to sort of brake check me, but I don't know if that happened. But it was really close, and I think in the last lap. So yeah, but I don't really remember much. I did the race, and I ended up on the podium. So
yeah, well, fair play, good race, first
thank
podium.
you.
If you race
Yes.
like that, you'll be back again.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
So Jack, Prentice,
he's
P4
back again.
on the grid. P4 on the grid. So, what was you expecting in the race, really?
There was a couple of possibly faster cars. For myself and my ability to hold people off, I think it's well documented that my straight line speed is perhaps a bit of a spring.
Definitely.
P2, like we said, in my mind, we were expecting to be fast, but yeah, it was good. It was a good race, really good race. I had a bit of help from my teammates towards the end. I think Roland and I started battling, and it brought a few people into play. And then Roland closing around the outside of Toaster in the hairpin, and it just allowed Luke to get off the inside and just park Roland just on the curb a little bit. And Luke gets off the inside, and we sort of took it right from there. So, it was a really good job with both Luke teams at the moment. So, yeah, a lot to be happy about.
Yeah, when that happened, Luke jumped through, and then Remon was like right in play at that point. So that obviously Remon pounced on that and brought himself up. Then you were playing a great game with Luke, and we were saying with about 6-7 laps to go, well, you had more. You had these 2 warnings for a long time, but you must have been really cautious because one warning would have dropped you out of the podium. One more.
Yeah, it was on my mind. You just sort of try and make find where I got. There's a couple of times where I did go too hard at lap 1 at Aquamin Rally, and I think I clambered all over the curves at Variante Alta towards the end of the mediums bit. So I knew where it was, and you just sort of think, well, you've just got to pull it in a little bit. Unfortunately, did that. It's a shame Luke had a tough moment late on. Otherwise, it would have been 2-3. But still really good for the team. We're both quite high up in the standings, so we're working from a really good position.
Yeah, well, you did a good job, and obviously with people ahead of you, Jamie James, don't know, did you know how many penalties he finished with? What?
I know it was 14. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it ended at 20. I think it ended at 20 or 17, because
I think he got a bit pissed off, didn't he?
I'm not sure what happened because he jumped the start.
He got a drive break at the start, so I saw that straight away. So I suppose when you then get 5 seconds when you serve that penalty, yeah, I can understand.
He kept spinning as well, and it just dropped him lower and lower. And he picked up a 3-second penalty because he picked up one penalty on the exit curb of Piratella, and then down to Aquaminarale. As you swing the car into the right, he picked up a penalty as you slow the car down on the left. So, literally within 2 corners, he picked up his first penalty, and we were thinking this is going to cost him the race, and it did.
What cost him the race was he was too eager to get out of the way, to be fair, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what cost him the race, I'm afraid.
And thing is with that as well, he's rapid over 1 lap. You saw that, but his racecraft is not as good as a lot of other people's. A lot of other people kind of like are more conservative into certain corners. He's just quali lap all race, and that's probably what cost him. But off the topic of him, he did a good race, so fair play. P2. Mr. Argentinian Vemu, you need to be banned from this league.
Yeah, that's probably my last race
You
here.
should.
You could have had 12 seconds of penalties and still won the race.
If you... yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
You were battling with Cornish for a lot of the race, and then he dropped it on the bumps at Tamburello. But then he also lost it out of Variante Alta as well, which threw him away from you.
Yeah, I was expecting like him to beat me. He was quicker since I was struggling with overheated rear tires, so I couldn't push the way I wanted to. But then when I saw him spinning, I just knew I needed to nail it till the end.
And
not
you
to
did.
push hard.
Because obviously you were behind Camping Ducks as well, who pitted, and then Rosa was in the way and kind of just pushed you back into Cornish a little bit, and then out of Tosa, Rosa pulled to the left, didn't they, and let you both by. Did you see that?
Yeah,
or...
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would be expecting that. We were.
I was thinking he was going to block me until Cornish could get by, but he didn't.
No, he didn't. But you won the race, and I don't think we'll be seeing you back in this league again. I think you're too fast. I think you should go reserve an EU1.
Yeah.
I think you should go reserve there. Because you are an AM1 driver, no?
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, fair play on the win. You started P2 behind Jamie James. Obviously, you jumped the start, so you knew you were pretty much P1 by that point. What was your reaction when you jumped the start?
Actually,
It was your what?
I started P3.
Oh, you started. Oh yeah, Cornish was P2.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play everyone on the podium. Any more to add, August?
No, just a solid race, just a bit too easy for him.
Yeah, was in a way, but the boys behind battled out nicely towards the end. I got bored of watching you, Vermoo. You were too good.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think that's where we'll wrap it up, boys. Well done again. And again, hope to see you all soon. So, see you a lot later, and good night.